This month on PBS, the makers of the award-winning science program NOVA present a new documentary series. The 6-part series, NOVA Wonders, follows scientists as they tackle some of the biggest unanswered questions about life and the world we live in. From the mysteries of astrophysics to the human brain to the challenges of living in a world increasingly run by intelligent machines, NOVA Wonders takes viewers on a journey to the very frontiers of scientific research. This week's episode seeks to answer one of humanity's oldest questions. Is there life beyond our planet? Here's a preview.
Our sun is just one of an estimated 300 billion stars in the Milky Way.
And we think there are at least 100 billion other galaxies.
So what are the chances that all the fun is only happening right here in our tiny corner of the universe?
Today, astronomers and engineers are building new tools to probe our solar system and our galaxy, hunting for clues of life beyond Earth.
What are they discovering?
I'm Rana El-Kalioubi.
I'm Andre Fenton.
I'm Talithia Williams. And in this episode, NOVA Wonders. Are we alone? And what will it take to find out?
And joining us now is one of the co-hosts of NOVA Wonders, Dr. Andre Fenton, a professor of neuroscience at New York University. Professor, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me, Raf.
So listen, this program is really amazing. But tell us what is new and different about this series.
So the series is focused on some of the biggest questions that we can come up with as a species, you know, the things that we've all wondered about across the millennia, and that's actually what we're focusing on. So it's really at the frontier of human knowledge and even human imagination.
So listen, I listed a couple in the introduction of some of the topics that you cover, and they are questions that sooner or later I think all of us begin to wonder about. Give us a more elaborate on some of the issues that you're covering.
Sure. Well, the first show, the one that opened the series, is, you know, what are animals saying? So they make all these sounds. They have ways of communicating. Do they have an actual language? The next show was, you know, we are an ecosystem. Yeah. We are full of stuff. There's a huge amount of stuff living in us.
Trillions.
What is that?
Trillions
of stuff, right? So what is that? The next in the upcoming week is, you know, are we alone? Are there other forms of life beyond what we know on our planet? You can then ask, what is actually the universe made of on the other side of that? Like, what is the stuff that the whole world, all of existence is made of? And the answers are fascinating. There are two other shows. Another one asks, you know, can we actually build a brain? Yeah. So, you know, can we build intelligent machines like a brain, maybe even better? And can we actually make life? Can we engineer and create life? Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of these episodes, and like I said, they're amazing. But, you know, you and your two co-hosts, Talithia Williams, a mathematician, and Rana El-Kalioubi, she's a computer scientist. Yes. You're very young. Is there a target audience for this particular series? Are you trying to reach a younger audience?
Well, the focus is the, you know, typical PBS, I think, audience, which tends to be somewhat older. But, you know, we're real and practicing scientists. We come to the material with energy, and yes, we look young. I happen to be a lot older than I look.
Congratulations, man! But you got to tell me what you're drinking and eating.
That's right. But really, the way I approached the series and thought about it was, you know, this was the show that I wish I had as I was growing up, as I was a kid, because I didn't understand that science was fascinating. I didn't understand that science could really, you know, stretch your imagination. It wasn't creative. That's not how I understood it, and I hope that's what the series is able to do.
So let's talk about the episode that's coming up this week. Is there life beyond this planet? We heard it in the introduction, but repeat it. Just give us a sense of just how huge this universe is.
So in our galaxy, the Milky Way, there's 300-ish billion stars. That's a really big number. But there's other galaxies, and there's at least another, you know, 100 or so billion stars there. And so if you do the math...
It's incomprehensible.
It's
incomprehensible.
Huge.
So the first reaction when you hear something like that and you try to grasp the size of the universe, which is impossible to grasp, of course you think, how could there not be life beyond Earth, right?
Absolutely. So if you look at the requirements for having a planet like the Earth, approximately the same size, a particular distance from a sun, so that the temperature is approximately what it is that's necessary for life as we know it on Earth, there's like 10-ish billion or so such planets. So there are 10 billion possibilities for life to evolve.
But what about, and I heard this in one of your episodes, in this episode actually, Enrico Fermi, the famous Italian-American physicist, he asked the question, the now famous question, where is everybody? If the universe is populated with life, how come they've never made contact? Good question, right?
It's a hard question to answer. Well, they may not be looking for us. They might be very far away and those signals don't come to us. Or we may have actually detected them. We just wouldn't recognize it. They're
or they may be looking at so advanced that we can't tell that they're looking at us.
That's right. So there are many different ways of communicating, many different ways of being, and we haven't actually figured out how to recognize it yet.
Listen, there's so much more to talk about concerning this series. I hope people watch it because it's really educational and enlightening and fun. Thank you, Dr. Fenn, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Ralph.
Nova Wonders airs Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. on 13. Please check your local listings for additional airtimes.